Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Now, we've already talked about the great XL bully lies that Hamza Yousaf was guilty of earlier today. There is another lie, and this one is far more dangerous. The Scottish Executive, the SNP government, want to have control of immigration. Now, you need to ask why. Why do they think that they should control immigration to Scotland? Because obviously with free movement, they can allow anyone into Scotland, and those people will then be free to move into England. And nobody can stop them, and nobody knows who they are, and there's no border controls, there's no one saying who's safe, no one's done any kind of security checks, anything like that. But they want and demand this immigration policy, and I think we all know why. Because while there is a case for some limited immigration to fill a skills shortage, of which Scotland will definitely have coming over the next few years with the raising of taxes and the failure to provide enough university places, that skill shortage will need to be filled, and that will be probably filled by immigration. However, that isn't the real reason for the immigration, because Scotland has a higher unemployment rate at the moment. You don't need to bring immigrants in to do the jobs. So why is Hamza Yousaf so keen to control his own immigration policy? Let's have a look. So, Scottish government moan about the need for more immigration despite a higher unemployment rate than the rest of the UK. So they've got so many people unemployed, but they want to bring more people in under the guise of needing people to work. How about employing the people that are already there? But of course that's not it, is it? It's because the people that are already there are the wrong sort of people. They're not in a particular gang. They're not in Hamza's gang. And that, of course, is why he wants control of immigration to Scotland. He wants to make Scotland more welcoming to a certain bunch of people. The SNP executive bemoaned its lack of migration powers as it claimed that this would boost up unemployment figures, which are higher than the rest of the UK. Now, as I say, you've got this problem with the border control because there's no border control between England and Scotland. So if he had immigration powers, he could just bring in lots and lots of people from various countries like Gaza or Pakistan or Bangladesh or anywhere that was of, his gang. And there'd be no control on who these people were. There'd be no ID. There'd be no histories. There'd be no security vetting. They'd just be piled in, and then they'd immediately go, oh, well, we're going down south through the border. And then, that's it. You don't know who's coming in. No border controls at all. But that's, of course, immaterial to him. As long as they're the right sort of people, he doesn't care. The Scottish Government complained about the need for more migration in Scotland and for full powers over it, despite the country having a higher unemployment rate than the rest of the UK. Because, of course, they're using the skills shortage as their excuse to push for immigration. New figures showed an increasing number of Scots being out of work in the last few months. And, of course, a lot of them will be coming south to England soon as well, because the ones that are working are going to go, not paying those taxes, matey, and off they go. And all the new ones that come in to replace them, because it is all about the big replacement. They won't be working at all because they'll be low-skilled, uneducated, unemployable, barely speaking English, if at all, and won't be able to fulfil any deeds. So they'll just be sitting there on the dole. So the few remaining workers in Scotland will be paying and working hard and paying for all the new Scots that will be coming in to what is increasingly a dry state in Scotland. And where it's sort of an unemployment black hole, a desolate shithole, a failed country. So they'll slot right in. Anyway, data from the UK Office of National Statistics showed that unemployment rate for Scotland was higher than the national figure, with 4.5% out of work from October to December, compared to 3.8% across the rest of the UK. A total of 126,000 Scots were not working during the same time period, which is up by 4,000 on the previous quarter and is 30,000 higher than October to December 2022. So they've destroyed the economy to such a degree that within a period of 1 year, they've created 30,000 extra unemployed people who need benefits. But of course, that doesn't matter to Humza Yousaf because, they're that type of people, not the other type of people. And that's the problem for him. Anyway, despite these poor figures, the SNP executive used them to claim that things would be better across the country if it had control of the migration system. A spokesperson said, with sectors such as hospitality and agriculture still facing enormous recruitment challenges, and you know why they've got recruitment challenges? It's because whatever work they do, they're getting taxed on massively, and so there's no desire to do them. And if you were to pay these people to such a significant level that the tax would be obviated, then it would be so expensive that no one could afford to do these things in Scotland. But don't think that that's a mistake. Don't think that that's, consequences that were unforeseen. This is the plan. The destruction of the economy is the plan. Government's proposed changes to immigration policy will further prevent access to international labour market that Scotland needs for the economy to prosper. No, it doesn't. What it needs to do is stop bringing in foreign students and start educating its own to such a level that it doesn't need to have immigration to fill the skills gaps. But that's hard, isn't it? That's very hard. One of the main tenets of the nationalist push for Skexit is to go ahead with increased immigration because, the right people need to come. But senior members of the party have refused to put a number on how many immigrants would be allowed to work in Scotland. One MP, Kirsty Blackman, insisted there would be no cap on immigration to Scotland, at least until there was a majority of a certain gang, and that way they'd be in control totally, and it would be a dry, failed state. According to ONS, the number of Scots in work has risen in the last 3 months, but the country's unemployment rate is also below the UK national levels. A total of 2.651 million people had regular jobs between October and December 2023. And while this was up by 18,000 compared with the previous 3 months, the total was still 60,000 lower than the same period in 2022. That's a lot of people not working. The employment rate in Scotland was 74.4%, the data showed, compared with 75% for the UK as a whole. And there's no need for immigration when you have job vacancies and people idle. Now, if you're saying, but the skills gap's there, well, stop cutting university places. Start training them. Fill the skills gap. It's not hard. And if you want to attract people to the country, stop putting your taxes up. Make it attractive. They know these things, and yet still they do it. The only conclusion is it's done deliberately. They're driving away the high-paying, high-skilled, non-SNP voter, because mostly the higher educated you are and the higher skills you've got, the cleverer you are, the less likely you are to vote for these morons in the SNP. And so if they can drive all the high-paid jobs out, it means the economy collapses and then they become, I suppose they're almost Stockholming the entire population into vote for the SNP in their push for independence. And of course, once you have the independence and the likes of Humza Yousaf in charge of independence, the immigration from certain countries will be horrendously high. They've just admitted there's no cap, and Scotland will become significantly worse for it. Anyway, they say the Scottish Government remains committed to do everything within the currently devolved powers to support more people into work, but only people from certain other countries. This includes expanding Scotland's provision of high qualified funded childcare to support more parents and those with caring responsibilities into work. The Scottish Government's employability services are looking to tackle inequalities in Scotland's labour market. Blah, 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 blah. It's all rubbish. It's all bollocks, because that's not what this is about. What this is about is they want to change the population. They want to make the population less Scottish. And by less Scottish, you do know what I mean. And so it's all there. And they want uncontrolled, unlimited mass immigration. They want control of that, so they can do that and have uncontrolled, unlimited mass immigration. But you guarantee it won't be from Europe. Anyway, I shall come up. You can see the tactics of the SNP. Can we have that little bit of power? Can we just have that one? Oh, we just need that. And they slowly salami slice their way to independence. But it mustn't happen. And this policy definitely must never be given. If they want migration powers or immigration powers, they can do it only once they've achieved independence, which means it'll never happen. Because otherwise you've got no control on who comes in or the numbers that come in to sit there and parasitise the entire country. And that's assuming they're not coming in to actually kill and maim and blow up and fight a war on a front. Because, make no bones, this is an invasion. It's an invasion of a foreign species with no history, links or culture to this nation. They're coming here simply to invade and take over. And of course it's being led by Hamza Yousaf for some strange, unknown, unexplored reason. Who knows? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.